When I started dashing, I had a question. Could you accept everything as a Platinum Dasher and make money? Let's talk about that. So I thought I'd show you my stats just so you can know that I'm not pretending. For what it's worth, completion rate, no exclusions, quality rate. Just looked, there are no exclusions. Everything's dropped off because I haven't had anything for 100 orders. And on time rate, 2 exclusions. There's 1 drops off and about 5 more orders, so be down to 1. And the star rating, 5 stars. You might be able to see at the bottom the 4 exclusions. Wanted to point out that the timestamp right here is always off because this body cam runs off of old technology, so it's Chinese software that isn't quite right. I started a couple of weeks after COVID restrictions were being discussed, and I stopped as soon as they kicked in. Didn't want to deal with it. Not a mask wearer, never have been. So I did 40 deliveries and then just stopped altogether until May 11th. I started again. So while I was familiar with how the app worked and the basics, I was still pretty new. And I pretty much did my first 50 deliveries like the experienced drivers recommend. Turned down any upside down orders and some of the lower dollar orders, especially when the miles are upside down. Otherwise, I was taking everything. When I got done with my first 50, somehow my acceptance rate was 94%. I declined a few more orders. I was going to try to cherry pick a little bit, but I was trying to maintain 100 overall rating points on the new app, or the new pilot program. So as soon as I lost that 1 point, I decided, well, I don't want to do that. So I got back to 92%, which let me keep all 10 of my points, or however many it is for that category. And ever since, that was about week 3 I did that, ever since I've accepted everything, just as an experiment. Once I got to 95% acceptance rate, I noticed the orders improved. Now, at that point, all my other stats, with the exception of my on-time rating, were maxed. When my on-time rating got to 100%, along with my acceptance rating being above 98%, the orders improved significantly. I started seeing high-end orders like I hadn't seen before. $4 a mile, $5, $6. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen where it never happened before. So I figured, well, what if you take your approval rate to 100%? What happens then? Can you make money? And my answer to that question is yes. I'm making $20 an hour accepting everything with top stats. I can't improve anything. Everything is maxed. My overall 30-day average is right now hovering around 400, and it's been going up slightly. Not intentionally, it's just I'm doing this more often. I am putting in a few more hours per week because of the early summer slump. It's vacation season. There's a lot of college kids and high school kids that can drive that have become new dashers. They're working through their first 50 deliveries. A lot of people are doing this real part-time for just a little extra cash, so it could take a while to work through 50 deliveries. And all the current Platinum Dashers are competing against all the new drivers that are grandfathered into the first 50 honeymoon phase. So right around mid-July, when vacation season kind of starts to wind down, or at least the first part of vacation season, until it picks back up right before school starts again, things should return to normal for maybe a month. And why not? See what happens. There's a number of questions involved here. Is my experience unique? And I don't know the answer to that. There's a couple of people I'm talking to on YouTube through different content creators' channels that are giving it a shot. And one of them noticed the exact same thing I did. As soon as you get that acceptance rate to 95, the order quality jumps. It improves. And he said he was kind of surprised that happened. And so he's working on doing what I did and getting all his other stats maxed. It's kind of a catch-22 a little bit, because you get really good orders and then you get some garbage still. And I think the way the garbage works is it filters all the way down through the tiers, and if no one picks it up, they throw it back in the pile. And such, instead of platinum dashers, especially high-end platinum dashers, instead of them seeing all the good orders, they see a couple of the repeats trickle back through. And if you're accepting everything, well, you gotta take it. And it's happened to me a couple of times where I got like a $2 order going 4 miles. And then the worst so far was a $100 Chinese food order from like a 3-star, and it wasn't Chinese, it was Thai food, but from like a 3-star restaurant. It was expensive stuff. It was 7 items for right about $100, and it was going what I thought was 1.2 miles when I first saw it. And I would have taken this anyway, but it was actually 12 miles. It was going to a at least $50 million mansion. Place is immaculate. It has a 10-car underground garage, and it's flanked on either side by 2 elevators. That one's pretty good. Hey, from McDonald's, I'm parked there. So, do I see upside down orders still? Yes, I do, but they're less frequent than they used to be. Not that they were ever very frequent. Are my results unique to my market? And the honest answer is, could be. Could be that if anybody else tries this, unless their specifications are similar to mine, maybe this wouldn't work. So I'm definitely not saying, yeah, this is how you make this much money, but it's working for me. It worked pretty well.